LJW Williams is one of the most amazing gifts that we have ever been given. This is such an honor to be able to stand here and just introduce her. LJW Williams believes in Black women. I don't know how to say it any other way. LJW Williams believes in Black women. And she works every single day to make sure that Black women are empowered. You hear that baby? That is her new baby. And that baby is here, and that baby is the future. You gotta teach the babies. Teach the babies, bring them, show them how they should go. LJW Williams is the president of the Brooklyn chapter of the NAACP. LJW Williams is probably going to be on your TV on MSNBC on the weekends, bringing her intelligent Blackness to Up with Steve. She's the only reason I watch that show. LJW Williams. What you don't know is this woman damn near single-handedly swayed the Black vote in our last major election. And you don't even know that because we don't talk about the work that Black women are doing. This woman went into the Midwest and galvanized the Black women's vote. She went to so many states and cities and got these Black women out of their houses to vote. And as you know, the Black women's vote is the strongest vote in America right now. And you have this woman to think about it, and she is here today because she is my friend. And I asked her, and I'm so happy to have her in my kitchen cabinet. Without further ado, Miss LJW Williams.
Hello, everyone. And thank you very much to my lovely sister for that introduction. I'm gonna need, I know I'm speaking to those of you who are watching live. You may be in California, New York, Las Vegas, but I need to make sure I feel some power in this room so those of you who are watching can feel the power that's in this room. So if you feel like saying amen, you feel like hollering or something, it is Sunday and it is my birthday, so I'm gonna need it. Well, good evening, my sisters in love, in justice, and in freedom. I greet you in the name and the spirit of our mother, Sister Harriet, who not only freed herself, but reached back and freed her people. In the name of Mother, Sister Ida, who organized and gave voice to those whose lives were robbed and bodies hung and burned from trees. And in the spirit of Mother, Sister Fanny, who asserted her right to vote, organized and registered her community, and challenged a major political party to address the needs of her people. I invite you today, in the spirit of these Black women and the many others whose names we know and those we don't, to join me in the next step of our political legacy. You may have heard of our political clout, and Feminista mentioned some of it. We are nearly 60% of the Black electorate, arguably the key to winning the Black vote. We surpass all other race and gender subgroups in voter turnout in the last two presidential elections, and we influence how 85 cents to every dollar is spent in our community. Sisters, I can tell you how important it is to vote, but as I just laid out, I don't need to. We already on that. We are the base of the base. It is Black women who organize in our communities, in our churches, and in our homes. And yet, according to a new study from the University of California, the United States political system ignores Black women's voices in political decisions more than any other group. Why and how are we the least heard when it is our voices crying out and leading the fight for change in our communities? We are the least heard, partly because we are the least likely to be in the room. Currently, there are only 2 Black women serving in statewide office across the country, 18 Black women in Congress, and not one single sister in the US Senate. Sisters, we are electing others who are using us, outright ignoring us and abusing us. Our sister elders who fought for the right to vote, from Mary Church Terrell to Septima Clark, did so not simply for us to cast ballots for the status quo. They did not give of themselves to movements for us to continue to elect old white men who want to regulate our wombs and our pocketbooks. They did so because they understand that the right to vote is not only an essential thread to the fabric of our democracy, it is a tool with which to raise our collective voice, to choose representatives who will change our reality and mold our future for the better. So sisters, why not choose ourselves to lead in that bright future? Fannie Lou didn't want the right to vote to choose between two old white men who would benefit from our votes but ignore our needs once elected. We can't just work the polls, fry the chicken, and be satisfied with individual jobs and tickets to the next inauguration. We need to think like Shirley Chisholm, who wanted to be the decision maker. She wanted to be present in the room, pulling up a chair to the table of power and being the voice for her community and for this nation. And sisters, this is our current political challenge. We need to get sick and tired of being the reliable mule that carries another man to the doors of power.
Oh my God.
We need to unburden our backs, stand upright, take another sister by the hand, and walk right into power ourselves. Right. To make it plain, can I?
Yes.
You need to look amongst your girlfriends and ask them to run for office and then support them every step of the way. You support them with your pocketbook in the form of donations, your feet by helping knock on doors, and yes, your vote on election day. And as we chart this course to revolutionize the face of political leadership, let us be mindful of the tactics used to divide us. We must reach beyond our class, our sexual orientation, our religion and gender identity, and not limit ourselves to a certain type of sister we elect. The sister we elect may not be Ivy League, graduated community college while working 2 jobs may give her better insight and experience while serving on the House Education and Workforce Committee. The sister we elect may be an unmarried mother of 4, but her experience on a school board and volunteering on the PTA makes her just as qualified to serve in a state legislature. The sister we elect may or may not go to church, may wear box braids, may have been on public assistance, or may have even run a small community nonprofit. So what if she were in the room? What if Keisha, the gentle lady from California, if you will, was a ranking member on a House committee debating pay equity? What if Nina Turner was the Secretary of State of Ohio and was able to enforce voter protection laws to ensure citizens of her state had the right to vote with no restrictions? What if a Senator Odessa were in the US Senate and held an 11-hour hearing calling the heads of police departments in this country to answer why they don't regularly report the deaths of unarmed civilians to the Justice Department? What if Kamala Harris was governor of California? What if Donna Edwards was the senator from Maryland? Sisters, what if you were in the room? Would you demand action on double-digit unemployment for the last 20 years? Would you demand equal pay? Would you demand paid family leave? What would you fight for if you were in the room? Sisters, that's our current political challenge. Our political story doesn't end with earning the right to vote and electing others who clearly are not hearing and responding to our needs. The next step in our political power is electing and supporting ourselves so we can change and empower our own people and our own communities. Accept the call of an organization that I am proud to be national chairman of, Higher Heights for America, which is the only organization building a national infrastructure to support and enhance a leadership pipeline for Black women's civic engagement. And support the sisters in your local community and across this country who are stepping out from themselves to be the power in the room. Our votes are not the end, they are the beginning. Running and electing ourselves is the next step in our collective freedom. Thank you.
Some of y'all missed church this morning, but I don't think you missed that much. Some of y'all missed church this morning, but I don't think you missed that much. I am so honored to be in this moment. But let me back up some, because I want to make sure that we can sing. Oh, we've got a duo today. This is awesome. Hi. Okay. So, if you were watching